Hey everyone, it's Dean Somerset here. I want to go over some of the technique issues that I typically see when people are doing any kind of rowing movement. The big thing to consider is that when people are doing any kind of a retraction of their arm like this, the shoulder blade dictates what actually happens more than the arm itself. So if somebody was to do a row and just pull their arm back like this, you can see how my upper arm bone is pointing forward, and it looks like I'm kind of shrugging and rolling my shoulders forward. What I would want to see is people be able to retract their shoulder blade and then actually kind of tilt the shoulder blade down so that it wraps around the rib cage. So if I'm here, I'm pulling down and back like this. See how the shoulder blade came back into this position? Another way to think of it is I'm trying to stretch out my pec and my collarbone to get that shoulder to pull into a back position this way. Now when people think of retract, they typically wind up shrugging their shoulders up into their neck. I would want to see the shoulder blades come back and down to get that tilt of the shoulder blade coming around the ribs into this position. When you do that, you actually increase how much you fire your lat muscles, and the lats are kind of a major pulling muscle when it comes to any kind of rows. If I retract but I come up, I'm usually working more of my upper traps to get into that position, and very difficult to be able to get my lats to fire. So what I would want to see is the shoulder blades start protracted, retract, depress, and then the arm finishes the movement. So that movement is going to come primarily through the shoulder blade with some thoracic spine extension and then squeeze through the lat muscles. So with a dumbbell, what you'll typically see people do is they'll set up in flexion, which makes it a bit harder to get the shoulder blade to do retraction. They're going to wind up rowing, lifting the weight, but the shoulder blade doesn't really move. Another one is they'll start here and they'll kind of go into their neck using more of their upper trap. Or they don't get any retraction at all, and the shoulder winds up getting that forward humeral position, an anterior humeral glide. So from here, it's retract, depress, and squeeze. So the range of motion is going to be less bouncy, but the goal is to get that shoulder blade to go from in the front position, wrap around the ribs, and sit tight against the body using the lat. So to show that shoulder blade here, I want to retract and pull down as I row, not up into the neck and not stuck forward.